Hi, this is Somer Hackley, CEO at Distinguished Search. Welcome to Two Distinguished Minutes, where I have a distinguished guest and we ask one very important question. So today my guest is Curt Aubley. He's the MD and GM for Deloitte Cyber. Well, Curt, it is so great to see you here today. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, thank you for spending some time.
Of course. All right, so let's dive right in. I would love to ask you, why do you do what you do?
From a career perspective, I love to innovate, love to tinker. I used to be a hacker when it was a good name. And then I was very fortunate to work with some amazing people. So after becoming an Army officer, I left the Army and actually worked as a CTO for a company, an integrator here in the Washington, D.C. area. And we were fortunate enough to win a very large outsourcing contract for the large government agency. And we provided all the different types of outsourcing, including cybersecurity. And a few years into the contract, one of my customers was down in Houston, Texas. And it sounds kind of cliche for someone to say, someone from Texas called me up and said, hey, this is Houston, we have a problem, kind of a thing. And so my team flew down and we found out we had a large incident response. And we thought we were good. In fact, we were probably a little overconfident about our cybersecurity and what we were doing, from people to process to technology. And the reality is an adversary, a Chinese group, had really compromised everything. And as a team, we recovered from that. And one of the things I learned doing that was, one, I really hate to lose to begin with. I love to innovate, I love to win against competition, and I love to beat the adversaries. And adversaries being threat actors or those groups around the world that are nefarious to try to do you harm. And it was so bad, years later, they actually called this particular attack Titan Rain, which is a very broad attack against the US government and defense industrial base. And at that point, I had the opportunity to start collaborating with so many amazingly smart people. And working together, we thought of new ways to do defensive cyber operations and offensive cyber operations so that we didn't have those type of incidents as much. That was mostly contained to the government, and then I wanted to personally go out and be a little broader than my government-focused work. Here at Deloitte, what has been a lot of fun is it's still 25 years later, great intelligence, great collaboration, great innovation to innovate faster than adversaries, and having a team that is just amazing to work with every day. But really, we wake up to our job is to defeat adversaries. And apparently, we have to compete and win business as well along the journey, so that you have to win the business, so then you can help the client defeat adversaries so their mission, or candidly, their business can operate successfully. Because the reality is, nothing's perfect. Adversaries will get in, but being able to minimize that blast radius, be more resilient, so it does happen, you stop them in time that you win, the adversary loses, and the client's happy. So that's why I do what I do.
I love it. I love the story. I love how it's winning, but winning as a team. And you have this common goal, and it's just such a good goal. And you've taken it from government to private to scale to everything. And that's awesome. Well, that is all the time we have. So Curt, it was so great to see you again. Thanks so much for joining me and sharing your why.
Well, thank you so much for letting me have that 2 minutes of fame. Take care.
All right, you too.